I was just gonna say, like, I agree with you that, like, women definitely have a little more authority when it comes to relationships, but as it goes, like, for men and women, it's not just men want sex, women want relationships. It's not like that at all. Like, women do the same exact thing. Like, women look for sex. For example, like, I'm not trying to, like, target you, but, like, as a sex addict, you're texting guys, like, to come over every single night. Like,
I'm sorry. Super chatted $99.99. This whole conversation is why it's important for women to not sleep around. People would naturally date their level, but sadly it's too late. The highest value men are simply too scarce and valuable. Now, when one woman holds out, another woman will always take her place.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like I think I said before, the genie's out of the bottle. I really don't know what the solution is. Sorry, continue on with your point.
Moral of the story, like, women do it too. Like, you can't target that specific, like, scenario towards men, because I think it fluctuates.
Which specific scenario?
That men only want sex.
Oh, I agree with you. I think there's plenty of men out there that they don't want to run through a bunch of chicks. They want to have a relationship with one girl. And a lot of people in this space say, oh, men are only as faithful as their options. They can't be monogamous. But I think genuinely a lot of men are more than capable of being monogamous. They don't want to run through a bunch of chicks. Oh my God.
Pokey Smith donated $100. Mute Piggy Pig.
I think the mute a mic option is a bit more than that. So you'd have to send it like individually, but yeah.
Just not really.
KTI Pokesmith. Do you have a response to?
I mean, I can't tell if it's because I'm wearing pink or if I'm fat or both. But if it is, I mean, cool. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. They really like interrupting you, by the way. Go ahead.
That's all I really had to say, that it's so different. Like, you can't make it a fact that men do this and women do that.
Oh, okay. So I think the point that I was making is just that there are men, and I think a lot of men, that they'd be happy with just one girl. Like, and for you to be consistently getting a lot of girls, you do have to become, like, I think, a pretty top tier guy to do it. So, and me personally, I've really never been interested in just like running through a bunch of chicks. Doesn't interest me. I'm very busy. I've always been busy. I've always been kind of determined in terms of business and, you know, being focused, whether that's on my health or finances. Oh my God.
Smith donated $100.
Thank you, man.
No, I'm the owner of Piggy and where the World War One.
And where the World War. All right. I'll grab it. I'll grab it in a sec here. And actually, let me just do one more really quick before it pops off. 1 sec. It's gonna come through here. My Streamlabs is lagging. Bro, Pokey Smith, what do you do for work, man? By the way, send me a DM, dude, because we have a Chads group on Instagram for Chads like you. Veteran carpenter, chick in the pink lacks basic intelligence. She needs to shut her mouth and listen. His words, not mine. It's better to be silent and let people think you're an idiot than open your mouth and prove you are. Not my words. That's veteran carpenter.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Apparently, I just need to shut my mouth. I mean, like, we were going back and forth, right? This is how debates work. If somebody else was like, oh, I have something to say, can I jump in and say something? Of course, I'm not going to be like, no, fuck you, just shut up. You know what I mean? If anybody else wants to, I'm not trying to dominate the conversation. I was just finishing my thought. But,
of course,
yeah.
Of course. Okay, so what was your original thing that you were talking about? I'm sorry, this is fucking
just about how, like, the struggles aren't exactly, I would say, equal. Like, obviously we have different struggles. People struggle differently with specific things, but men are not entitled to just want sex for women.
No, and I don't think that they are. I think there's plenty of men out there that'd be perfectly happy in a monogamous relationship. I think a lot of men are struggling to find that, and so are women. Just to kind of address your thing, so you said that you think that the struggle between men and women, it's about the same when it comes to dating.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, the ease, and I know you said dating, But would you agree with the following point? It's much easier for women to get laid than it is for men to get laid.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that said, I mean, can you acknowledge that is sort of, at least for most modern relationships, that is the beginning stage of most relationships, getting to intimacy, getting to sex?
I don't think, in my experience, and I've heard this from like most women, I don't think if you sleep with a man on the first date, typically it's gonna last very long. Like that's been my experience. You know, if I even lie, because I've done this before, I've lied and told men I was a virgin. I straight up, I was like, yeah, just to see what they would do. I swear. And they didn't. And guess what? They didn't want anything to do with me after like the third date. They were just like, bye. You know. So who knows?
So
That's
wait,
because
you lied to men
person.
saying you were a virgin in the hopes.
So I did. I talked about this on my podcast. I did like a little social experiment. No, I wasn't like hoping to be with them, but I was like, I was like, I'm curious because men say they value purity. That's one of the things they value.
Yeah, but you're not pure. Men, we can sniff that shit out.
No, I'm a good liar, Brian. I'm telling you. I covered up all my tattoos and everything.
It's like girls say, "Oh, I've never done this before," and then they. It's got that fucking gluck or whatever the fuck that bullshit's called. It's like, okay, look, most modern relationships, I mean, we can have a discussion over, well, would it be better if people wait until marriage? Sure, that's a whole nother concept. However, I would say most modern relationships, it's not, hey, let's date for 3 months, then have sex, be in a relationship, then have sex. It's most people, they hook up relatively early on, and then it develops into a relationship. You continue hooking up with the person, and then it develops into a relationship. We can have a conversation over, is that good? What does that lead to? Does it work? But I'd say that's how most relationships develop. So sex is the first point. Mm-hmm. So I know you maybe disagree with me on this, but
No, I agree that that's real. I just hate that that's real.
Sure. Yeah.
That breaks my heart that is normal.
Yeah, but so if the first step to getting a relationship is getting sex, I'm not phrasing this right. If women can get sex very easily, then it would follow that women are more capable of getting relationships.